felt like it was a 16-week course of knowledge I got out of here from everybody around. It just was so amazing. But it also is a good foundation for those next steps.
You want this so badly for teachers, and you're thinking of the teacher first. And I really appreciate that perspective, and I really appreciate the hand-holding. And I was so lucky to be part of this team.
This is the first time in my experiences as an ISS where I feel like math actually matters.
Before I got here, I had lots of questions about how things operate, instructional practices. Don't have all the answers, but I definitely have a better idea of how we operate within DoDEA. Although we come from various geographic locations, essentially this week was a great model of how, when we put all these great people together, that we can come together. And just briefly, I heard, we don't want to be a system of schools, but a school system, and I think this is definitely the start for us becoming that one school system.
As a secondary person who spent my life algebra and above, really getting in and seeing what happens on those lower levels has been a really good experience for me.
Really what I learned this week took me to a new level, not only in mathematics, but how kids perceive mathematics and how kids learn. And I think if this continues in ELA and science and so on, whatever we do, that this puts 21st century in learning into a reality.
In-person collaboration produces exponential results. I mean that we got an incredible amount of work done, or an incredible amount of knowledge was produced, and the products of what we've done was far more than any VTCs.
Yes, this will be a very heavy lift for our teachers and our students, but it is going to be a lift that our teachers and students can do, because we've actually come out with a thorough plan to make this happen, so that it'll actually be supported as opposed to it being fly by night. So I'm very excited to see that happen.
A united vision takes united people, and to come together and become united and to gain the same understandings at the same time and be able to talk about it with your peers is invaluable.
Because of the leadership here, we have been able to establish a common vision, and that's what I appreciate. The other thing I appreciate is the fact that Mr. Brady, quarterback or not, is actually a person who is concerned about children. And that to me makes me realize that what we're doing is not in vain, but what we're doing is our work. It makes sense, and we are going someplace with it.
I feel more unified now than I have in a very long time.
Well, I've been around for a little while, but this has been a great meeting. And I think it's the support that we've gotten from headquarters, and I feel that we're going to proceed with it. And the best thing of all, we have a long-range plan. It's not a fly-by-night, run out, do it to the teachers. I think it's going to be successful, and I'm energized.
We had tried to make this revolution before, and we failed. And we failed because it was not enough support. And we really understand from Mr. Brady now that this is our #1 mission, and it will be transformational for our military community.
Well, I was thinking about when we first got here and the snow was coming down, and sometimes that's how I felt like in DoDEA, that there's all these flakes coming down, and I'm not sure how I'm going to put it all together. But it was just my visual. And then I was looking out here and I'm seeing this pile, and those are the things that as task groups that we have worked on all week to put it all together, and I now am leaving with a clear picture of what CCR-SM is going to look like. So the flakes have kind of gone away, and I kind of see that, I know how it's going to be implemented with teachers. I get how it's going to drive CIA, and I now see the impact it's going to make on student achievement. And I think, just having a clear picture, I'm energized. I mean, I think there's no more flakes in my world today.